stopping by. Thank you for attending, by the way, this live, and I appreciate your presence. With that, I'll get going. I'm a credit repair agent with Credit Repair Now. And before I begin, I'll say thank you to Jolette who put this presentation together. And for the first time, I'm doing this live on my own. I do not have her presence, but she did put this presentation together, and thank you for that. So with that being said, I'll jump right in. um, as always, quick reminder, listening best practices. Sitting down helps. If you avoid multitasking, it will also help. Mobile phone on silent, where you don't hear the notifications and such, helps. Quiet place, headphones, those type of things. Basic, but a good reminder when you're listening to golden nuggets about your credit, because credit has become that much more important in 2023, and it will continue to be important. So with that being said, how to handle credit card debt. Now, this is an evergreen topic, a topic that, we as humans, we've had problem and trouble 5 years ago. Today, we will always have this trouble. It is a debt. And it's so easy to access from credit card. Believe me, I've had this problem in the past. So, and someday I'm sure I'll talk about how Credit Repair Now got started. But it's a trouble. It's a universal problem, specifically in North America. And we are in Canada, not much different than US. But well, yeah, we all have this trouble. We all go through this part where the credit card debt is higher than what we're normally used to, or manageable. So this presentation will take about 25 minutes. I'll try and wrap it up as quickly as possible. Ask questions in the comments. I will respond to them. I answer every question that's asked. At the end of the webinar, you'll learn how you will be able to handle your credit card debt, because knowing how to handle is very important. And it's important that you kind of understand how to handle it. Okay, so with that being said, you can connect with us. Call, text, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website, email, all of it is there. By the way, looking at this slide, I'm realizing we should make that logo a little bit bigger. But in any case, call or text is the best way. If you call, I answer most times. And if I cannot continue speaking, I'll still answer and ask you to send something so I can have a reminder and I can call you back. How to handle credit card debt. Credit card is one of the most used accounts, by the way, but also one of the fastest to collect debts. It's so easy. It's in your pocket, swipe. You don't even think about where the money is coming from. When you use a debit, you think about it coming from your bank account. So you also think about, do I really have that money? But when you use credit card, psychologically, you're not thinking about where the money is coming from. In fact, approximately 71% of credit card users only pay the entire balance each month on their credit card, meaning they are paying zero interest each month. So that is a high number, right? However, there's a remaining 29% who choose to hold their balance and only pay minimum. Now there's very small number that will pay more than minimum, They'll pay like half or something of that sort. But we either fall into one category, which is one extreme, or the other extreme, meaning full payment or minimum payment. And if you pay minimum, it takes a really, really, really long time for it to be paid off. If you stop using, that's another factor. With this kind of practice, consumers who hold their balances tend to pay thousands of dollars annually. And the question is, how will you handle credit card debt? Number one, big one, and it's kind of, I'm reminding you that it is budgeting. A good budgeting strategy can also get you out of debt fast. It's not just credit card. It could be your car loan. It could be your mortgage. It could be, a loan borrowed from your friend, or overdraft, or line of credit, anything. Budgeting will help you with all payments, not just credit card. Start figuring out the cause of your debt, acknowledge it, and change your spending habits. What I really mean by that is awareness is the first step to recognizing a problem. You cannot recognize a problem, you cannot acknowledge a problem unless you have the awareness. So budgeting brings you the awareness. Debt consolidation. If let's say your debt is out of control, debt consolidation may be a fastest way to get out of debt. Now, debt consolidation does not mean consumer proposal. That's a different aspect. It's combining all your debts into one and possibly either paying lower interest rate or same or sometimes even higher. However, because it is combined into one and you make the payment, religiously, it sort of helps you get rid of your debt faster than letting it have on 5 different credit cards. Get professional credit counseling. There are many places where you can reach out. You're welcome to call us and we'll help you with so many things. Professionals can help you manage your finances and control your debt and give you solid foundation to your financial planning in future. When it comes to extreme, there's filing for bankruptcy, but that's extreme. Again, there's more before that. Debt consolidation, counseling, consumer proposal is another one. I should have actually included that. But bankruptcy is not something we actually promote. We don't want you to get to bankruptcy because if you do, there's consequences to that, and we disclose that all upfront before you make all sorts of any decision, and we connect you with the right person when and if that's the only option. However, that's not that's the last resort. You may have ways to handle your credit card. However, avoiding the debt to accumulate should be the priority. So letting the problem build up and then solving a problem is one way to deal with it. Another great way to deal with it is just not letting the problem happen. That's the first. That's being proactive and not getting to that point. On the next slide, there are some ways that you can see how to avoid the debt as a first-time user. One is set up a budget. That's the first thing. What you need and what you want, where you should spend and where you should not, is one way to bring the awareness and avoid that problem. Keep track on your purchases. Set up automatic payments so you don't miss out on payments and then you're adding interest and fees to the payment. next payment you have to make. So those are few things that help. Possibly use your credit card only below a certain limit, so you can actually pay. You have the ability to pay it off in full, and it doesn't look like a big giant mountain that you have to climb. And try and pay your balance in full each month. Now, if you can't make full, make half, make 3/4, make a quarter. Don't go instantly to minimum. It doesn't help, because when you pay minimum, psychologically, you're thinking, oh, I made the payment, but then you've got this extra money that you want to use for other things, wants that become needs, and so on and so forth. So, conclusion out of this is credit cards are convenient and user-friendly if used and maintained well. They're almost like a sword that has double edge. If you use it carefully, you can be a samurai. If you don't, if you're not careful, it will hurt you. Do not get too excited in using your credit card, especially as a first timer. Do your research and be a responsible credit card user. It's almost like driving. Be a responsible driver. Sorry, I'm trying to. So, low credit score doesn't mean you are a financial criminal. It does not mean that. Low credit score means, a low credit score means you have a story. And we put at Credit Repair Now, judgment is put aside. Listening to your scenario, guiding you and helping you is the goal. That's what we do here. Our goal is to help you get out of credit card debt fast and in lowest interest rate possible. We do this with the lowest rate. With that being said, connect with us. Call, text. I'm always available. And Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, website, you name it. And there's and with that being said, I thank you all for attending this live and possibly watching this video after. If you have any questions or concerns, if you would like to speak to someone and get the answer to your question instantly, I suggest you call 647-373-9651. Again, the number is 647-373-9651. With that being said, I'm going to end this live now.